Uh, good that. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Forgot to turn off the volume there. I don't like my voice all that much. Anyway, uh, oops. I think I started. I can't remember the name of it. I just started it yesterday, and I can't remember. It's the anime with the. It's anime about the kid doing volleyball. Uh, well, what's the name? I know it's not to the age. Haruki. I can't remember. I just although the ending I absolutely loved because it's just I forget the character's name. The name of the character. That's terrible. But it just goes with the main character going, right, I'm going to get revenge on that guy who humiliated me at volleyball, and he goes in the train and just sees your man there, and he goes, the fuck. Uh, and then the ending of the other guy just stopping what he's doing, turning around and getting hit by the volleyball. That uh, so good, so good. Like no, the way the episode kind of went was weird. No, but I still enjoyed it, but just a bit weird. Uh, uh yeah, I liked it. Uh, because I was looking for something to watch last night, and and that's one of the first things that you always see when for anime on Netflix. And I was looking for ages, and then I just thought, you know what? I'm seeing this everywhere. I'm just going to watch it, see what it's like. It's so good, so good. Oh, itchy back, itchy back. Ah, okay, that's a great feeling when you have a really bad itch and you just scratch it and you just feeling so relieved. So yeah, feeling good. Oh yeah. Do 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 do. I am gorgeous. Uh, trying to think now. Played a lot of Civilization 6. Finally figured out how to use the builders after I don't know how long. Uh, embarrassingly long. Uh, that's a good game. Uh, probably should have given myself a shave. Uh, doesn't matter, still gorgeous. Uh, the blinds pulled, yeah. Just trying to think now. Getting a lot more view. Well, relatively, I'm getting a lot more views anyway, and I'm definitely sure that doing streaming for the hours definitely helping. Yeah, so So I'm definitely going to be No, I mightn't stream for an hour every time, but definitely going to definitely going to keep kind of doing that for the as often as I can anyway. Uh, Trying to think. No, I'm thinking of what maybe watching the prequels of the Star Wars prequels. And say they're shy, but kind of I might just give them a watch. I might give the Clone Wars TV show. Like, I remember seeing it years ago and thinking, yeah, I can watch it. It so I'll see. So I'll see how that goes. Yeah, just cracking my knuckles. Although for whatever reason, I used to be able to crack this the knuckle here, but for whatever reason, I can't anymore. Don't know what's that about. But anyway, I was minding my niece yesterday. She's the best. I don't think there's anyone kind of as good as her. I don't care what anyone says. You're wrong. Just because what I'm saying is just objective fact. Uh, yeah. No, I'm a bit earlier this morning doing this. Would have been a little bit earlier, but I had to do a few things. Uh, and certainly my stomach doesn't feel great. Not too bad, but yeah, um, I was trying to watch the Princess Frog and the Frog there last week, and the internet was so bad that I could not watch it. Like, just like, I don't understand. Like, I don't like. Granted, I don't live in a town. I live on a back road, but I'm only like 5 minutes outside of a big, biggish town in Ireland. Anyway, I like my nanny, who's like who's 5 minutes away from me, who's just outside the town as well, has good fiber internet. Like, I'm not expecting it to be as good as say Dublin or New York or whatever. I just expect mm, decent coverage so that Disney Plus does not disconnect it because the internet is bad. Now, if it buffers while annoying, it wouldn't be too bad for streaming because I'm kind of used to that with YouTube to a degree of and just have to wait a minute, maybe pause the video for a minute. Like, it's easy just to go get a drink of water or just go for a quick walk if it's buffering. Like it's still annoying, but I've been doing it for years, so I know it's doable. Mm, mm, but not be able to watch a good movie because I have seen the Princess and the Frog before because your internet is shite during the middle of the day. Mm, uh, like, get on your game, Mayor. I'm cutting. That's the name of the company that we do that does the internet for us. Like we tried contacting other services, and they said that they basically said, yeah, our service is just going to be as bad for you. You might as well just stay with Air. We got Imagine came in, and they have this wireless kind of thing where it's not through the cables. It works basically like the data on your phone, and they came to just check on the coverage of saying, and for it to be working, we need something like 80% coverage or something. I can't remember the percentage, but we need a certain percentage just to see that it works. And best case scenario is that of a big loads of coverage. Our coverage was so bad that they said that it was not what getting Imagine. Like, like I just don't understand. Like if I was on the top, if we were living on a big hill or somewhere super isolated that was difficult to get to, like fair enough, I can understand and that there mightn't be good coverage, good internet there. But I live in between two. Like, granted, one of them's a very small town, but I live between two fairly big towns, and I'm not too far from the main road. Like, I should be able to get something, like somewhat decent internet. Like, it's not the biggest deal. I know I know it's not the biggest issue. Like, I've dealt with much worse. It's just frustrating to have on top of everything else. Like, I understand I am in a very luxurious position. Like, I'm not overweight because I'm eating not enough food. Like, like, uh, like, and we've been having this issue for years. Like, and I keep mean it probably would be good. I could get internet like maybe down here, so and I could maybe come down and stream like now. Like I'm using the data, which but I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm using the data off my phone, and that it seemed fairly good because I'm able to stream obviously enough and watch a few YouTube videos and just keeping an eye on my battery. Still fairly good, but last week it just died all of a sudden. But anyway, um, then the internet seems good here, um, so I could ring up. Like I don't, I don't have any preferences on who to get. So yeah, I so it doesn't really matter who's got down here. Uh, what I could do is just have kind of nothing like fresh like milk or that, but just have something that get from freezer and just have like frozen fruit and that, and then what I could do is take it out of take stuff out of the freezer, let it thaw out, maybe watch a movie or something. That's actually Yeah, I couldn't. At that stage, I probably would be better off just living down here, but then I would have to pay a modest amount of rent, which wouldn't be bad or anything. But then then the food, which would which would still leave me with plenty of money. But then the Wi-Fi, you know, which would take a bit more money. Um, then obviously my phone, like that has to be topped up. That's another expense. And getting going in and out of work, that's another one. Like I'm in a good position now because I'm living at home. At home, like my parents own this house as well, but it would cost a lot more money for me to even move down here. Like, um, mm, I don't know how much of it is my own fault or not. That's the kind of like, I did make mistakes. Like I know to some degree, I could have done. I could have made better decisions, but at the same time, um, something unexpected could have came, and I could be in a worse position. I'm not. I don't know. Like yeah, I could have made better decisions, but at the same time, what could something could have happened? Uh, it's so easy to look back and say, "Oh, I could have done this way, and then that way." Oh, I definitely didn't need to go out as often as I did back in college. But no, like I'm happy enough that like if I was offered to go back in time, I wouldn't because and then that would have led to a lot of changes that maybe my niece wouldn't have been born. Like, and my niece, as said at the start of this, is the best. Like, I don't want to lose my niece. Uh, the joys of it all. Uh, Going to put on my headphones because why not? And I'm not going to listen to anything or anything like that. Just, just putting them on. Because hey, there's no one else here at the moment. Uh, let me think. Let me think. Oh, if you're watching this, Alex, hi. Uh, you're a fucking prick. Uh, trying, just trying to keep this as interesting as possible because I know a lot. I know that if this channel does become even if this channel gets big enough, like people will probably just be mm, doing. It could be just background noise for some people while they like cook or clean or do exercise or something. Like uh, assuming that it does get big enough for that. Which, with the way things are going at the moment, then that that will definitely be the case. Of people will be watching this. Now, now, one thing I might try to do. One thing I might do, I won't do it just yet. I might have to wait a week or two. But one thing I'm planning on doing is coming down on a Saturday evening and maybe streaming do 2 days a week thing. Like I'd be able to do. I'd say I'd be able to do it every week for a while because there'll be no Christmas parties, not too. I won't be going out too often, and mm, mm. but uh, I definitely won't be able to do it like every single week because just doing it once a week is difficult enough. But I'm at the stage now that uh, doing it more than just once a week is feasible to do because beforehand, while I did do it occasionally, it didn't really change much. As for now, I'm while I can't come down it would be a bad idea to do this every day. Although no, I made this promise before and I didn't keep it up. The last time I had a week off, but it, next week I have no well no provided that they actually made sure to give me my week off. But next week I booked off a week off, and it was originally for Comic Con. Actually, but it's Dublin Comic Con still got. I doubt it. I'm, I really doubt it is going on because it's in the convention center and the government's using that at the moment so that they can keep the distance. And but I don't think Comic Con's going on this year, and I had next week booked off for that. I'm just going to. I'm going to take. I don't need like next week off specifically, but just, just but I'm just going to take it because like I don't actually. Well, no, it probably would be too expensive to book something last minute. Like, like if it was any other time, it wouldn't have been a big issue because you can just go to the cinema and then just walk around somewhere. Maybe go to a casino. Like I haven't been to a casino in a while because the last time I was there, I spent too much money. So if I ever want to go to the casino again, I'll have to specifically plan and, well around it. But yeah, you could just do basically whatever. But now, like there's some cinemas opened in Ireland, but there's a good few not opened. Like the local one near me is not opened, and that frustrates me. Like, granted, yes, I can watch Netflix, I can watch Disney Plus, I can watch movies on the TV. Like, I'm not. It's not like I'm dependent on the cinema to watch movies. I mean, granted, it's not the biggest deal, but just to getting out of the house, like the interaction is mostly, oh yeah, can I just have one ticket to movie I want to see, and they tell me to enjoy the movie, and I just say thanks, like simple interaction. But occasionally I might have a small conversation that lasts maybe 30 seconds, but I enjoy that. Like I miss that. I miss the popcorn, which isn't the healthiest thing, but I miss it. So, I like what like what why are the local cinema not opening? Like, uh, uh, think, like, oh, like, it's not the biggest deal. Like, when I can live without ever going to the cinema again. Mm. Like, people did that for thousands of years because the cinema wasn't even a thing, so they couldn't even know what it was about. But little things add up, and that's the worst thing. Like, the small things do not matter whatsoever. But if you feel fed up, if they gang up on you enough, it's worse than big things. Just going to stretch. Definitely need to lose weight because here looks a lot. Like, I have lost a tiny bit of weight over the last few weeks, but over the last 2 weeks, kind of, I've been going up and down like slightly, but I've been mostly the same. Like, there was no big. I didn't gain too much weight. I didn't lose too much weight. Um, but but see, I I am eating a lot healthier than I have been, but I just need to try to cut out more shite. Like, I might have even eaten more shite. When I say shite, I don't mean like literal shite. Now I just mean sugar and all that. Like, that's what at home. That's what we always call kind of unhealthy things, like just shite. So, but like like I had a few chocolate bars, some cocoa pops during the week. Like nothing. So I didn't eat so much it, that I put on a lot of weight again. But I just need to, like, just cut out as much cereal as possible. I may drink more water. Like, that's the key because some days I don't drink. I I don't think I drank enough water. I drank water yesterday, but I don't think I drank enough. Like, maybe another glass or something. I don't know. But definitely eat more food. I may start eating more nuts. Like, I've started eating. I started mixing ground almond and I forget the name of the dish. Some a spicy dish anyway. Just going to call it a curry. It's not a curry, but I'm just going to call it a curry. But yeah, I'm just rolling out my sleeve because apparently that's something I want to do, and because I'm weird like this. Like, sometimes I don't have to do this every time I do it. But I just have the need to do it on my other arm now. Uh, now, uh, no, that was a fun distraction. And now I have the need to actually undo that. So thankfully, that's a lot faster. Uh, now, and I have my phone set up to watch just live stream, but I have the volume turned down so that the analytics looks better than what it would be otherwise. Uh, and yeah, I forgot to check how many views in total I have. I know it's over 100. I know it's over 120 anyway. I know that much, but actually, um, I look it up here. It mightn't be 100% accurate. That has been saying 123 views since Saturday, but I'm pretty sure I have a few more than just that. Uh, but at least I know I have at least 123. And I joined the 9th of March 2020. Literally just I think literally just before lockdown. So yeah, and a few days after my birthday. Huh. Actually, something I wanted to get back into is Steven Universe because again I finished that up, so I want to kind of see what that. I'm still upset that I think 2 years ago I was spoiled about one of the things. Like I'm, what happened was I fallen out of the loop of Steven Universe, and one day I was just scrolling through YouTube, kind of just looking up stuff, when all of a sudden a video came up spoiling and what a major plot point, like for like it hadn't recommended too much, like maybe like the odd theory or two about Steven Universe, but I hadn't recommended it, it too much to me in a while. And then this pops out of nowhere, like what, like, like, oh, and for anyone watching this, you should look up the YouTube channel Hell Freezer. Good channel that is. Uh, Fact Fiend, another good one. No, I'm thinking of tomorrow. There'll be a Vlog Brothers video. Yeah, Tuesday and Friday. And for I think apart from one video a few weeks ago, for a while, uh, they've been they've been they've been words. Why aren't they coming out? They've been all the titles to the videos have been lyrics from Rockstar. I think it's I think that's got no, not the Nickelback song now. Oh, is that no also? No, you know the song. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on. Let's play. Oh, I can't remember like the exact lyrics off the top of my head, but that song. I'm sure most of you know what I'm talking about anyway, if not everyone. because at this stage that song's just a massive meme. Which, fair enough, good, like not the best song or anything, but a decent song, a good solid song. Actually, do I have stories? And the Vlog Brothers joined on the 1st of January 2007. And I started watching at some point after 2011. I think it might have been, it was either 2012 or 2013. I've been, like, I have missed like the odd video, but I watched the majority of the videos that came out since then, and a good few videos that came out before then. And but yeah, yeah, watched a good few of the videos. Definitely improve. Like, I'm sure they would have been okay without, but no. Actually, one thing I could now I don't want to like just fish for views or anything. Like, because I know from a blog I did years and years ago, like it was nowhere like anywhere near successful. But I do know that you might get maybe one extra view, but oh no, whatever happened there. But anyway, as I was saying, mm, mm, you might get an extra view or two, but well, it won't really change that much, and I don't want really want to like and oh, what just gas in my stomach. Like, not too bad, but I say I might I might have to drink a cup. It doesn't have to be like a cup of tea specifically, but just have something warm to make me belch. Oh, but I might drink a cup of tea later on just to make sure. But had problems with the long gas in my stomach before, and not a good feeling. Let me tell you. Uh, Tumblr, Twitter, and nordvitalia.com. Oops, not the. No, I don't want that one. Yes. Okay. 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 Some Hank started a new podcast, and I just have to say, how does he manage to even sleep or eat at all? Like, he, I can't remember every business he owns off the top of my head, but like, I know that he has a few businesses. He has a few podcasts. He's in a band. He's after written two books now. He has a child. He's obviously he has a few YouTube channels. Like, is it like I just don't know. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Uh, like, I don't know how he's able to function at that. Yeah, and I definitely should have given myself a shave because I'm looking at myself in the camera, and I say it would look okay if I did let it grow out, but I'm not in a position where I can grow it out. Like the only reason why the stubble's there at all is because of laziness. Oh yeah. Uh, and we're already at the 41-minute mark. So yeah, I'm. I just want to get to the point where I'm actually getting comments. Like I like it be like I want to actually hear feedback. Like I might listen to what people have to say, but just to see some feedback about what I could talk about, what I could do better. I, I want I want this channel to be somewhat like I enjoy doing this for the sake of doing this, but I want to get at least enough traction to get feedback, if not much more. Like I'm sure by the time I get it, if I ever get to become a fairly big, like even a medium sized channel, I should have. There shouldn't be too much hassle, but uh, anyway, I'm just going to put up a few I'm going to put up a few monkey emojis here, and I should be seeing the monkey ones coming up there now. I don't know where they went. Okay, that one was sent anyway. Yeah, and there it is popping up. And there's the monkey. And the monkeys disappeared. Like, why are the monkeys disappearing? I want the monkeys, damn it! Give me monkeys. I'm just going to do one monkey. See what that does. Yeah, one monkey with a hammer is saying up. But if I try to put in multiple monkeys up, it just disappears. I don't know where. I want my monkeys. Give me monkeys. I'm going to try I'm going to try two monkeys. See, yeah, I can have two monkeys. So at least now I have multiple. I have multiple monkeys now. I'm happier. Okay. Oops, accidentally clicked the wrong. I want the monkeys. Three monkeys at a time. See what happens then. Yeah, I have the three monkeys. So that's a good start. And not there they are. I was just about to say they're not coming up on the desktop here. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 monkeys and they disappear. 4 monkeys is the limit. Now, I say it's probably just the emojis is in general, and probably not just the monkeys. But at least now I have my monkeys. Yeah, this is going to sound so weird to people. Well, my voice sounds weird anyway, but that's neither here or there. Just going to jump on Reddit, see what's the storm. Okay, someone going on about whether Northern Ireland is part of Ireland. It's a very complicated kind of question that I won't be answering here. Okay. Someone wants to be roasted, but I'm not going to do that. What's this about? I'll look at it later. Okay, I'm just going to go on Ask Reddit. Um, Serious people of Reddit who have gone through or gone through cancer. What was the first sign that made you go to the doctor? Not going to go into that one. Uh, Doctors of Reddit, what is it like when you go to the doctors? See what people have to say. Uh, just like just goes okay when he goes to the doctor and he just gives as only the relevant information and um, just ask about additional testing and all that, and if he feels like it, and just says that he doesn't treat himself. Like he goes to the to another doctor specifically to find out the what's wrong with him. So yeah, there's something. Uh, and I go on that and look for something, and that's if you become a billionaire tomorrow, what's the first thing you buy? What are you secretly awesome at? Might look into that. untying knots. I have a weirdly strong, sharp nail and thin, dexterous fingers. Never met a knot I couldn't conquer. Okay. When I was younger, it was reading. I was always able. I was always reading 2 to 3 grades higher than the grade I was in. Now I say singing, but no one's heard me sing, so I don't know. Have you ever heard of hyperlexia? Many of the children who read particularly early or particularly well, usually both, tend to have social impairments which are similar to autism. The more hyperlexia is studied, the more, the more they find sensory processing disorders, seizures disorders, chronic clumsiness, giftedness, and other comma, I don't know what that is, of autism spectrum disorder. There is a debate over whether all hyperlexic children are on the spectrum or if it's at the intersection between two separate conditions. All of this aside, it can be quite disheartening to discover that I wasn't a genius in my youth as I thought, just congenitally literate. Probably mispronounced a lot of words there, but anyway, this may be something many can do, but I feel like I'm really good at being jack of all trades, master of fuck all, causing confusion, and then a lot of people being confused. Like, the internet, it can be very dangerous. It can be very also very good. Going to work unnoticeably hungover. I have actually never had a hangover. Although one night I went out and, and I went out drink. I was and I had worked the next morning, and I didn't plan on drinking too much. Like at the absolute most, like 4 pints, and I would have been grand for the next morning. But I wasn't even planning on having 4 pints, like one or two. I ended up having 1 pint of Bulmers or Argentines, I can't remember, but definitely cider because that's my go-to drink. Sherry trifle, which was very nice, and an entire bottle of white wine all to myself. Now my head was grand the next morning, no problems with my head whatsoever, and but my stomach was in absolute bits. And it was actually one of the few times where my lunch was at 2 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock. Like, oh, that just frustrated me because then I had to work 4 hours straight with with the with an upset stomach. That was like it wouldn't have been like it would still would have been bad, but it would have been different if it was just random stomach problems that just appeared out of nowhere. But this was self-inflicted, which was the killing part. Oh, oh, like, like it was an enjoyable night. Um, But if I'm ever going to do something that stupid again, I would make sure that I would at least not be working the next day. Like obviously, I don't advocate drinking too much. I will make sure you're well hydrated, that you eat a lot, only have a handful of drinks. Don't don't drive or anything when you're drunk. Like, I'm not advocating anyone to drink, like especially if you have drinking problems, like go get help and all that. But for me personally, I don't have any problems with drink. Like if I go, like I can't remember the last time I drank. Like I think it was like maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe more. And if I'm remembering correctly, I think it might have been a Sunday, and it was only a small amount. Like I could have, if I went out and I only had 1 pint, and I'm happy. If I end up having 5 pints, as long as I don't drink them too quickly, I'm happy. I'm happy. And I don't even no. Obviously, I if you're in a pub setting, I usually have at least one drink, but I don't have the need to drink on if it's not specifically in a setting, and that's if it's not in a setting that people normally drink, I doesn't bother me. But if I'm in like if I'm in a pub or like if I'm in an arena, like let's say the Tree Arena there, like mm, that while that's a place where people do drink, it's a place where I feel like I don't have to drink, so it doesn't bother me either. A pub, while it doesn't bother me if I don't drink, is a setting that people usually drink at. Like, granted, I have been to Jeremiah Grant, and I was there a few times and just had a meal because they saw food, nice food, and I went there during my lunch hour. Didn't drink, which I would say, which I'm sure that it wouldn't have been a big deal if I did have like one drink, but at the same time, I never took that risk because it's not a risk that I want to take. Well, actually, speaking of that, the one thing I always noticed when I was growing up, like my mom, mm, while we were growing up, while I wasn't like actively watching soap operas, they would have been on in like the background while my mom was doing kitchen work and that. So I would have been vaguely familiar with like Coronation Street, East End, there's ML there, Fair City, and all that. A lot of people you would often see them drinking during their lunch hour. Like, why? Like, some of the characters worked in a clothing factory. I don't want to say exactly what they were making because just in case, but they were in a clothing fam- factory anyway. And then a lot of them would go to the pub, drink, and then go back to work. Like whatever about with any other job, drinking, having a pint or two, ooh, and then going back to work. Like let's say if you're on a computer all day, whatever. Those people were using machines that their hands were near. Like that's not a job you want to be impaired at any point. Uh, Now it's been like I might say see maybe a minute or two of Coronation Street or whatever, but it wouldn't because every time I happen to watch an episode, it's always in the middle of something. Like I can't just that you can't just jump into a soap opera because it's always in the middle of something else. Like the new family just came in. There's this lad's having an affair with this one who's best friends with the with the granddad of the first of of your one that your man's cheating on someone's having a fight about something stupid that affects a family who's gone through a terrible divorce. And while that's all going on, someone else is dying because people die. And then everyone's upset about that, and then that loops back to someone else who has a crazy ex who lights the shop on fire, and all this other crazy nonsense. Like, uh, like you just can't jump jump into a soap opera because you would want to be watching them from the start, and some of these soap operas have been going on since for decades. Some of them are like Coronation Street started back in the 60s, I think. So that means that if you want to watch while each episode is only like half an hour long, you would have to be spend. You would nearly want to be watching at least. It would have to be a full time job of to just try to get just trying to watch it. Never mind trying to be up to date with it. Just watching it at all from the beginning would be a full time job. Like at least with most shows, those they've been on with most shows at some point they end. Mm, So so even if you can't be up to date with them, you can at least have an ending outside at some stage. But what will help people wake up early? Um, you know, if you want to wake up in the morning, just put your phone across the room, which is easier for some people because when I was able to do that in college, because there was a charger on the other side of the room, I charge my phone at night, and my room's fairly small, and I like it being beside the radiator, and it's right next to the socket. So and the charger I have at the moment is very short. The one I had a slightly longer one, but that broke when I was charging my phone one day during the day because I used it a lot, and it fell. Well, I usually charge my phone during like sometimes I mightn't because if I say charge it late in the evening, and I mightn't have to charge it that night. But I usually charge it. I charge it most nights, so I can't like just put it across the room. I don't now. I'm usually fairly good at waking up once my alarm went. Even if I don't like immediately get up, I'm usually in the position of if I do doze off, it's only for at most 10 minutes, which can be dangerous. But I'm usually up. But the only day where I don't have much time is on a Thursday because I wake up. Now this morning I did wake up early, but I usually wake up at the same time every day where it's not that big deal because I'm in work later on a Friday and Saturday. But anyway, I installed an LED light strip behind the head of my bed. The light strip connects to Bluetooth, and I was able to program it to slowly turn on in the mornings at the same time as my normal alarm. Having light in the room when it's time to wake up makes going back to sleep difficult, and since it slowly turns up, my eyes are able to comfortably adjust. It's basically a personal sunrise. That's actually a very good idea. Someone suggests using a George Foreman. I will not recommend people do that because if this channel ever becomes big and people's houses go on fire, I'll be the one responsible. Don't do that. Some people will probably do it anyway, but I'm not. Drink water before you go to sleep. Um, um, da, 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 da. Plan shit early. Don't try to just wake up early for no reason. Hmm, that's actually a fair point because I usually try to play video games. Like sometimes I just stay on my phone for a bit, but I usually wake up, get breakfast, is and play video games or something. So that's probably and then other months I have like I go to work and that. So yeah, uh, so I'm well over the hour now. So I I think going for an hour and a half is actually a good stretch. Is good way to get views. I'm going to do that, and something else I want. As I said earlier, I'll try. I'll do my best to stream on the set. I won't probably be a week or two before I actually start that because no, I probably have now to make it more effective. I probably would have to finish uh, finish before 6, and like I'm sure that like I know that it's possible to work around it, but finishing at 6 anyway. But just just to give myself that bit of relaxation just to myself because if and when this channel becomes big, and I do this like at 7 o'clock, say, or 8, like there's not because while I can do this at any time, I'm usually in bed for 11 or 12. So I would want to be doing this. somewhat so I would have to do this kind of earlier in the evening. So so I could so even if it was 5, I'd be able to get what I could do then is maybe prepare something and for myself on the Friday evening, and then when I'm finished work, I can come here, have a healthy meal, and then order pizza, and maybe have a few cans in the fridge so I can open them and drink. I don't have to drink. I never drank before or after streaming. I haven't drink John streaming, but I do enjoy a drink. I'm not dependent on drinking, but I do enjoy a drink. I could do that on a Saturday evening, say, and that would be ideal. It'd be better if I didn't. It'd be better if I wasn't working at all on a Saturday. Like even, not even for YouTube and that. Mm, Just just not working at all on a Saturday, so that because then what I could do is maybe if because then what I could do is go off and go off somewhere for today. Like I mightn't be able to do that for say every Saturday, but even if an occasional Saturday to have the freedom to go do something, then come back and stream and eat pizza and that. And another option is to stream during the middle of the day on a Saturday. Like like um uh like uh, well my hope is to actually better keep an eye on the battery and yeah, it's gone down fairly. I might finish this off soon. Actually, I'll keep an eye on this just in case it suddenly drains a lot faster, but I'll see if I can keep going till 10. Mm, Yeah, I'll keep going till at least 10 o'clock. Maybe a bit maybe a little bit longer than that to try to get to the hour and a half. But I'm not too pushed about reaching an hour and a half because as long as I'm over the hour, I think that I think that'd be enough. But yeah, um, um, just to have the freedom of to having just a weekend off because obviously with everything going on, doesn't there's not really much going on. But once everything gets back to a relative normal, just having that freedom of of being off because then I I'd be able to do stuff on the weekend that I wouldn't do on a on say a Monday because most of the time there's not interesting things going on during the middle of the week. Even if there is, like on every second week, I might like I love my niece and all that, but every second week, the, minding my niece on a Tuesday, I have to be available in case my dad wants help, which is frustrating when I'm trying to watch a TV show or play video games because I have to be always ready if I'm needed, even if I'm not needed. Like that's the more that's the most frustrating part of it. Of I can't simply relax on a Tuesday at all, not even in the evenings, just in case I'm needed help on the farm. Like like it's not even the fact that I get very little time to watch TV shows or whatever. Like if I'm if there was a set time of say 9 till 12, while I wouldn't like that, at least I'd be able to go, oh, I can watch video games, I can play video games or watch a TV show after 12. I can't do that because I could be needed anytime, even late in the night, even late in the evening, which is frustrating. Like I always have to be prepared of like even on days where I already do a job, I have to be prepared just in case there's more because my dad doesn't tell me. Like it'd be one thing if I was. Like, that's the part that frustrates. Like sometimes he tells me in advance, but the frustrating part is that he might not even know himself what he's doing. Like, uh, so oh yeah, so and then I'm working the weekend on a Sat. You like I always have Sunday off, but then I'm like while I only work the 3 days, he's I like I kind of well no I still exercise a little bit on a Sunday, but you need when you need that one day where you don't do much. When you're not you don't have to worry about anything. You're just relaxing and that's it. Mm. But anyway, uh, so one thing I want no, like good no, just to have no. I'll probably talk about things other than just movies or video games or whatever, but just to have something to talk about because now I said this last week and I didn't then and I ended up not doing it. But I I might come down tomorrow and stream. Hopefully, like early again in the day, and then I'll come down. I'll come and do a bit of stream. I might watch a movie. And probably, hopefully, I'll do more than that. But I'll do. But I'll watch a movie or whatever. Could end up watching the prequel movies because I am thinking about watching them. Like just to have the complete Star Wars kind of movie kind of done. Uh, Now one thing I have never seen, like I've seen like bits and pieces, but one thing I've never seen was the Star Wars Holiday Special. Apparently Carrie Fisher had the only official copy of the of of the Star Wars special. That was only so that when she wanted people to leave the house, she would put that on. Apparently, now, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure how true that is. I think it might be a joke that she said, but yeah, that I have never seen the holiday special. It's supposed to be absolutely horrible, and the bits I have seen do look absolutely horrible. Although it is the first canonical sighting of a Boba Fett, who people think is a badass, despite the fact that he, he was knocked into the Sarlacc pit by a blind man. Like blind characters can be awesome, like Toph from the last Avatar. But the Han, like Han is as badass as person, but he's not a badass blind person because he was only blinded for a short amount of time. I think the reason why he was in carbonite, like obviously in the Star Wars plot, he was in carbonite so that because Jabba the Hutt wanted, like Jabba as far as I'm aware, Jabba the Hutt didn't want him in, didn't really particularly care if it was in carbonite or whatever. It was Darth Vader just wanted to do the test. But I think the reason why he Han was put why Han was in that was because there's uh, mm, I forget the actor's name. I'm terrible with names, but the actor wasn't sure if he was coming back, if he wanted to come back for the last movie. So yeah. Just yawning now. Don't know why. Only a few more minutes until 10 o'clock, and then I will be streaming for a good long time. Uh, Actually, I'm going to talk about horror movies. Not for any particular reason. I just want just so that I can put it in the tags or to try to promote this more. But I've only seen a handful of horror movies. Don't Breathe is that was a decent one, decent movie. Get Out is a very good one. Haven't seen that in a while though. I'll rewatch it. I could watch that one tonight. That that was that's a solid movie. Um, yeah, the not the TV special now because I haven't seen that one, but the it chapter 1 and 2 they were very good. I think the first one was better than the second one, but that's just me. And then the first Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't think it was. I saw that years and years ago. I don't think it was that scary, but it was definitely a good movie to watch. Like, and now that I did that, I can put it in the tags and I won't be lying. I can put it in with video games, and I could even just mention The Last of Us, Part 1 and 2, just to get that into the tags as well, and I won't be lying. Although now I still have to finish The Last of Us Part 2, but that's a good game. Mm, Like so far in story, it's not as good as the first one, but I still have to finish it. Yeah. So and this has been going. My phone has been going non-stop since 7 o'clock. No, not even from 7 o'clock. Since half six, and I still have 50% left in it. That is good going. And only a short amount of time till 10 o'clock, and I will end the stream. And I could even end up ending it in the middle of a sentence. I'll be looking at the time, so I won't be looking straight at the camera, which at the moment isn't such a big deal. But anyway, just waiting around, just looking at the time, and this is going. I don't know what's going to happen. I might end up doing this longer than 10 o'clock, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm just waiting for the time on this, and